Arweave. So, Arweave is aiming to be the perma web. Now, in a world where we're starting to see the real benefits of decentralization, we're starting to see the real benefits of and cost benefits of not using companies like Amazon Web Services. Arweave have a brilliant product. Now, price action has been horrific, but let's take a look at what can happen this year, and it's going to depend on a few external narratives. Before I get into it, though, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I have videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were coins I thought could do very well and make a lot of money. You can see what all of them were worth when I recorded and released the videos. These are the highs these cryptos hit around 16 months on, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have popped $100 into those coins. So 100 into each of them in that time would have made you over 123 grand. Now, obviously that was in 16 months. You don't have 16 months to get your cryptos sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. If you're sitting on cryptos that are not performing for you, have a look at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. So whenever I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price that I'm going to buy or sell at. This means my members get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they make the same profit. And the added bonus is, of course, they don't have any work to do. If you go onto my site right now, you'll be able to see some of the profits my members have made. You'll be able to see some of our past successes. Again, these are public record. Go onto the old videos on this channel. You'll be able to verify them. If after reading through the site, watching all the videos, you like what you see and you want to hear more, you want to find out the cryptos I think are going to be the big winners of this bull cycle, like I predicted Phantom would be back in 2020 when it went up nearly 700 times, all you've got to do to find out is join up on the site, guys. Now, Arweave. So, as you can see, it's not been horrific. It actually did pretty well in May of last year and has had quite a dramatic pullback since then. In the first bull cycle that it had, it rallied dramatically. I mean, it hit highs of $90. It's quite a way away from that now, of course. Now, Arweave is a decentralized storage network. Their aim is to offer a platform for the indefinite storage of data. They literally describe themselves as a collectively owned hard drive that never forgets. The network primarily hosts the permaweb, which is a permanent decentralized web with a number of community-driven apps and platforms. Now, the token, the AR token, is what's used to pay miners to indefinitely store the network's information. They were first announced as R-Chain, and however they rebranded to Arweave or Arweave. Now, the founders are Sam Williams and William Jones. They're two PhD candidates at the University of Kent. So Williams came to the project with experience in decentralized and distributed systems, while Jones focus was on graph theory and neural networking. They actually came up with the idea while walking up on a mountain in Scotland. So after launching Arweave, Williams was named as an advisor to MindSpider, which is a company that provides blockchain-based supply chain tracking for the raw materials industry. So they've got like a very good resume between them. Although Arweave was founded with centralized leadership, it launched a DAO in January of 2020, comprised of core community members to further the development and expansion of the network. Basically, they seek to ensure the collective ability to store and share information between individuals across time to new generations. Effectively, what it means is like it becomes a store of information that's censorship resistant. That's a huge plus. There's a lot of history that has gone. And, you know, it was the old adage, the winners write the history, right? But in a time where every bit of information can now be stored on the web, effectively, there is no reason that information can't always be attained. There's a huge plus to this. Like, don't forget, we live in a censorship system right now. So to ensure the transparency of information is such an enormous thing. It's no small thing at all. They received $8.3 million in funding from Andreessen Horowitz, Union Square Ventures, and Coinbase Ventures, and that was in 2020. And they'd already received investment from Andreessen Horowitz and Union Square Ventures and Multicoin Capital in 2019. So they've had a lot of investment. When we take a look at some of their more recent sort of posts with regards to X, you can see, so someone posted yesterday, I posted about spending nearly 6 years of my life on technology that nobody had heard of. Today I'll present you with our biggest dilemma. Some people believe the best technology always wins eventually. Others believe the best technology always loses to the solution with the best distribution. Putting aside the first arguments, a layer 0 for layer 1, Celestia, DYDX, and others are using Arweave to store chain history. People are even storing Solana and Ethereum blocks too. Why? Because most blockchains don't ship with the right incentives for nodes to store block history. And if they did, it would be expensive. So this is a whole post about why Arweave is very, 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 very good. Now, I've actually said this a bunch of times. Just because it's the best tech doesn't mean it wins. Like, people still need to know about it. It's very, very important. Because there are some potentially very low cap cryptos that have some of the best tech, but no one's aware of it, so they don't make waves in the market as they should. Now, what Arweave have built is very strong, right? And in terms of usage, it has been getting pretty good usage. As you can see, you know, some of the blockchains are now storing block history on there, which again, not a bad idea. You can explore the wiki of Arweave, where it goes through exactly how it works. So, as I said, there's a mining benefit if you are basically storing or helping the network store information. There is also profit sharing. So that's for profit. There's got profit sharing tokens and profit sharing communities. So as an example with profit sharing communities, that's a mechanism for developers to express the ownership and governance rights of their PermaWeb app in code. So you've got real-time dividends from app usage and fairer ownership. Again, as a use case, bloody good, right? They have actually been really strong in terms of what they've moved forward with development. These are ecosystem events, so you can literally just have a look and see if there's anything happening or that has happened previously. So nothing seems on the agenda right now. And you can, so you can make your homepage on the PermaWeb as well. All of this very interesting. They also have a podcast. I highly recommend people listen to this. Actually, it's really enlightening. They've got the PermaWeb Pioneers, and there's the PermaCast. So if you go onto PermaCast, you can actually go through the app and see some of these episodes. They're actually really good listens. Hack and Tell in particular. Sam Williams talks on there a ton. Really, really good information. If you just want to check out the overall ecosystem as well, you can start seeing where they're at. 154 different projects are using Arweave or are supporting Arweave, all of which, again, basically stored on the PermaWeb in immutable, permanent data storage. I mean, again, in a time of censorship, in a time of kind of us losing information, it's actually become a lot more difficult to find information. You know, especially with the algorithms and the way they work now, it's very hard to search something and get the right results or get the truest results. You know, you're directed based on what a company wants you to see. So something like this has huge use cases. It also isn't on Coinbase, which is worth noting. And it's kind of surprising as well, because, you know, Coinbase were an investor, right? So, again, kind of surprising. No, yeah, Coinbase Ventures were an investor back in 2020. So I'd expect this to land back on Coinbase, so it can get the Coinbase bounce. I still think there's a world this beats this all-time high. It's going to depend hugely on external narrative. The external narrative has got to be, guys, this is permanent storage. If you are someone that wants to make sure their information is stored online, this is the place to go. If we start seeing a great example, I've used it before. I think I did a video on StoreJ not that long ago talking about this. If a centralized provider, say Amazon Web Services, were hacked, these decentralized networks would go through the roof. You'd see new all-time highs for a ton of them, because all of a sudden there'd be the huge benefits of the security of all these decentralized node infrastructures. There's a lot of ways that this could rally. Now, new all-time high, obviously hard. You know, you're talking about basically a 14x to get back to this, to get to a kind of $100. But the use case here is massive. You could easily see librarian-esque institutions using something like Arweave to get the history of information up there. Now, is it going to be a library? Probably not, but there are plenty of databases of valuable information that are probably going to want to use something that gives a perma-web situation for them. I think the use cases here are huge, huge. And again, in a world of censorship, I think there's enormous value to this. But I'm curious to hear where people stand on this. Like, does anyone think, because it's deep in as well, technically it's deep in, so if deep in narrative took hold as well, could this just go through the roof? What are your thoughts? Do you see the use case of something like Arweave? Do you see the benefits of a perma-web, or do you think this is kind of a not something that in the scheme of crypto is going to be, or blockchain tech is going to necessarily be important? Everyone has different opinions. Share yours in the comments. And guys, look, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with the performance of your portfolio, have a look at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to buy or sell at. So my members get in and out of cryptos, same price as me, so they make the same profit without any work at all. If you go onto my site, you'll be able to see some of the profits my members have made. You'll be able to see some of our past successes. These are all public record. If you go onto the old videos on this channel, you'll be able to verify it all. If after reading through the site, verifying it all, you like what you see, you want to hear my daily market updates, you want to hear the cryptos that I'm in that I think are going to be, you know, the best investments of the year, all you've got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.